So, the first step you should go to uh, find your APA of project 1. It is on anywhere that you save it. If you don't have it, you should download it again. For example, it is this one here. So your APA is back here. Yeah, here. So you double click, you create it, and don't do anything else. Just go to lab 5 of site edition, factory talk. Fuck this college. Fuck this lab. Fuck factory talk. Factory talk. Yeah, you go to unit 5. Yeah, you will come here, you download a new one, and you will restore it. And you name it project 2. And then you will come to your factory talk, your new factory talk, and finally, of course, you shouldn't have anything now. You will not have anything. Not this one. This one. Yeah. Imagine that you don't have anything. It is empty because it's a new one. You will right click on display, add component, and you will go to C, user, and public document, and RS view, ME, because your project 1 was ME. And you will go to HMI tags, you will find your project, for example it was this, and you will go to GFX and you will add all of them except not all of them, these things that they are new. The things that they start with alarms or this, you don't need to. Just add these things, open it, and you will have your screen, some of your screens here. You should have only, for now, just focus on 4 screens. You should have operator, you should have management, you should have maintenance, and don't delete your alarm, you need it later. After you add them, you will see that none of them they have any text. So you should add text. If you don't know what you should add, just go to your
previous.
Yeah, just go to your previous report, project 1 report, and open it. You have some pictures. Just see them and see what you should write. And yeah, that's it. Some buttons you should delete. Return, shut down, and navigation to screens that you don't have them. For example, you have
Go to maintenance.
No, go to, for example, go to, for example, torque limit. You don't have torque limit here, just delete the torque limit. Remember, you may need all your screens, so don't delete them suddenly. Just you need to add them together. So finally you need to have operator, management, maintenance, and alarm. So for operator, you need to add some parts. The parts are like this. The first of all, you need to add your manual or automatic button. You need to have them in the operator. And anything related to that, you should have it in operator. You can find all of them in the maintenance. So this button, these buttons, they should be in the operator. These already you have them. And you need to have some information. The information that you need them, they are total pass, total fail, total good, total part, any information that you can have. So for sure, you don't have enough space for that. You can right click, display setting, and you can change the size from here. Because to having better design, you can just click on this and see what you are doing. You can easily use this button to make it smaller or bigger. You don't need to use the numbers that teacher said. You can just create as much as you need. Every time that you finish, you think that you finish, just click on play to see if there is a problem here or not. If you see any problem, it means that that button is not working. And remember that for indicators, for most of the things, you have two states. The question mark for both states should be deleted. And for ACC you should open the PLC project 1, the ACD of project 1. So this is the operator. Operator, in conclusion, operator and maintenance should be combined. Just don't cut them, just copy them, you need them again. And for maintenance, let me read from this sheet. Where is that sheet? It is here. So for maintenance and for operator, for anything that you want. If you have any doubts, of course you should read them first. They have written in the form of scenario. So for example, for maintenance, there are some scenario of errors. So you should read them carefully and see that, okay, imagine that I need to fix that problem. So what I need. So see here, to troubleshoot the machine, the following are sample scenarios. Clamp B retract sensor fails. Okay, so you need another button as fail, another indicator as fail, because you don't have it. You should see that there is a problem. So you need to have an indicator, and that indicator should connect to a logic, and that logic should show that, okay, there is a problem, there is an error. So it's a separate error for each of them. For extend, retract, for clamp A, B, and C.
Just indicator?
Yeah, indicator, just indicator. Of course, maybe you need to change the format. So this is the first thing that you don't have it, you should add it. Alarm should appear. For alarm should appear, you need the alarm banner. Just put it alarm banner somewhere. You don't need to make it so big because it's just a small thing. And continue clamp B retracted. For retracted clamp B, you need a button. You have it. You should have it already. Sensor replacement. Test sensor functionally, and that's it. Nothing more. 5 parts in a row all failed. For doing that, you can use counter. For using counter, let me write that. It's not that much easier. Okay. So for counting 5 failed. Okay, you need to have something like this and this, and it should connect to a CTU, and here is GRT, and this one is less. What's number you should write? This one, remember that you should write all complete. Fasten, underline, all complete. All complete. So this one should all complete. I tried several times and see that, okay, this one is working, none of the others. For example, you have F1 complete, don't use it. Just use all complete for all of them. So what are these things? You have fasten 1 limit, fasten 2 limits, fasten 1 up limit, fasten 1 low limit. You should add them here. And the scenario is that, okay, low limit, This is my low limit. This is my up limit. If there is here, it is fine. I don't need to be there. For fail, it should be greater than up or lower than low. So you should say here, each of them happened, either of them happened, it is a fault, and this one should count. Remember that this preset should be 5 because it mentioned that if 5 times this happened, do something. So you need another line. For another line, you should add, okay, if this time we have, it is lim. In this lim, we are talking about this part. Again, all complete. For limit, we are saying between low and up. If between low and up, you should say, okay, if this happened, just reset, or don't use reset, use move. Use move. Move is better.
Move 0.
Yeah, move 0 to this one, ACC. Okay, and finally, after you did everything, I think I forget to say what is this part. These parts are, for example, fasten underline F1 torch, fasten underline F2 torch. They are current torch, so you should use them here. All three, they have this. And finally, you should have your CTU that's done.dn, and this one should connect to a fault. Okay, so this one connected to a fault, and this bottom is something that this boolean, this is something that we are going to use it with here. 5 parts in a row failed. On fasten 2, for example, it is just talking about fasten 2. If you want to do exactly what he did, you can finish so fast, and this is something that I am doing. But if you want to be complete, write it for all of them. It is talking about just retracting. If you want to be complete, write the same for retract and extend. For clamp A, B, and C, it is talking about only clamp B. So, fasten torque, appear, review torque data from the last 10 parts. This is something about your VBA code. You can use the code that last time I sent last time you submit, exactly what you submit before I sent you, you change it. So use what you had. And it is exactly the same. You should have a Excel. It is completely the same. Don't worry about it. Just change the names. For example, this time you don't need to have several things. Just you have one thing, and it is fail. And different function. And one another thing about your maintenance, you should add torque limit here, but you delete it. Torque limit. So for torque limit, what is torque limit? Torque limit is here. If you go to your logic, if you go to, I guess, fastener, find the limb. That was the limb that I was talking about. So you should have this numeric input, and one of them for this one, one of them for this one. So you need 2. For F1 you need low limit and up limit. For F2 again. For F3, F4 you should have them. So in total you need to have 8 input display, numeric input inside your maintenance.